Okay, I'm going up. We're up.
Commercial, vacation.
Okay, if it was a Making Out show.
They were up.
And they're just kidding.
Oh, so we're just fucking around?
Portfolios like the rest of us. No cookie cutter portfolios here. Fisher Investments.
Oh, you know what? Be right for a second.
You know, federal judges are not upholding any of these shut-ins. None of them.
No, Fisher Investments doesn't sell any commission investment products, and we
well, all they're doing though, they're kicking them back to the lower court, I think, right?
No. It says
when it comes to helping
they granted a restraining order against the governor and against the state from enforcing a no church.
Where? What state's that?
Kentucky.
That's weird.
Investments and securities involve the risk of loss. KRFX HD2 Denver.
K-How News Time,
Yeah.
10:03.
Try something else on the camera. Hey, we're up. Just let you know.
Now, some of these pastors are just making a bad name. I mean, they're not playing nice.
Say there's a small building with 5
That bothers me a bit.
and one person doesn't pay.
I just heard that I read a thing where 9,000 Catholic churches put in to get the those loans.
Yeah, they really need it.
No, I like I say, I didn't think anything non-tax. You know, any charity should get anything like that.
Well, they still have employees, though.
Yeah,
but they're not. They're tax exempt.
Is the California governor related to Pelosi?
What is their thoughts on those scenarios?
I think most Democrats are related.
No, seriously, I heard.
The Nuggets expecting to reopen the team's facility.
They got some kind of genetic marker in them.
That was initially reported to be happening on Friday, but that plan was pushed back until this week. That's the latest on Channel.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Dairy Queen.
There's a few trouble spots. Some good news, though, on the Commerce City Drive. Looks like that earlier wreck westbound I-270 approaching...
So, Dan, I'll meet you right at Arapahoe in 25.
You know, if you really read CNN and Quora, Trump is responsible for it all. He single-handedly started it and spread it.
You didn't know that, Tom?
Blocking that ramp. Avoid that area to...
You know, it's a shame. It is a shame. He called it a hoax. Did you know that? He didn't believe it.
He's a viral scientist. He started.
What is that thing about him calling it a hoax? They say he called it a hoax.
No, he's referring to the way the Democratic.
I know.
Enjoy a treat from DQ today with
I got to reboot. Hold tight.
from your DQ.
Oh my God, that was bad.
What's that?
Here to serve you. We're a corona-free
Mark sounded bad.
Now I'm okay.
That's.
Did you hear how bad that was?
What? What is he
I
talking
don't
about?
know. When he rebooted how to get on the.
Later.
Imperial Chinese is one of the top restaurants in Denver, serving high-quality food since 1985.
Okay.
Pride themselves on creating
Hey, we had Chinese food Friday.
Peking duck.
Yeah, you racist.
Better you than me.
Calling it Chinese food, you racist.
I'm pretty sure, hey, that's true, yeah. That is racist, right?
Yes, it is. I suppose it's Wuhan food.
The only thing I didn't like, there was a little cat hair in my lunch.
Or ImperialChinese.com.
Next thing you'll be calling it Wuhan food.
31 South Broadway. Tune into the Mortgage Doctor this and every weekend. When it's time to buy a new home, lower your house payment, consolidate your debts, Steve Haney is the Mortgage
This is
Doctor.
what I think it is.
Go-to guy in Colorado. The Mortgage Doctor Show. Saturdays at 6 and 3 or Sunday mornings at 10.
In these troubled times, don't take chances.
I wonder if that federal judge will allow the dismissal of the Flynn case.
Here we go, 15 away.
15 away. You're muted, mutant.
All right, you.
200-200. You'll get a confirmation text and info. Standard data and message rates apply in this nationwide contest. That's challenge to 200-200. This is the Troubleshooter Show.
I'm Tom Martino. What's going on? You can call us with any help you need. Help, information, and referrals. That's all we do on this show. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Been doing it for years and years and years. 40 years in Denver, longer elsewhere. And you know what? long before the pandemic, we were helping people. This is not a new train we hopped on. This is a train that's been going for years. And you can hop on by calling 303-MARTINO 24/7, 303-627-8466. You can also call 303-713-TALK. Lots of news on the pandemic, lots of news having to do with consumer stuff we'll get to right after we take a couple calls here. And Manuel, what's going on, Manuel? What's happening with you? And you guys, any problems, whether it's pandemic related or not, give us a call. What's happening, Manuel?
Hi.
Hey.
Actually, my name is James.
Okay, well, I don't know why, I don't know how. Usually I can tell why she types a certain thing, or he, or who's typing in this? James, okay. I don't know where they got. Are you calling about an apartment building?
Yes, it's on Capitol Hill.
Did you, just out of curiosity, James, did you mention the name Manuel at all ever in your conversation?
Yes, I did. I was trying to hide my name. But
God, I'm so
truthful.
sorry. Oh, no. Hey, John, I'll just call you John. Go ahead. I'm sorry for this. You don't have to hide your name. You know why? Because really and truly, and I want to say this seriously, most people won't know who you are just from a phone call. And also, if you talk truth, it's defensible in almost, well, not in almost, in every case, if you just speak the truth. Go ahead.
Okay, the problem is I live in a building on Capitol Hill.
Yes.
It is called the 1135 Logan Street Apartments.
Okay, and what about it, sir?
Well, the reason I wanted to hide my name is because they have a history of coming down on people that go against them, and they'll find the least little thing to kick them out. So I was afraid of that.
Okay, tell me what's going on, James, or whoever you are. Go ahead. Tell me.
I've lived here for 15 years, and there have been numerous instances of them not taking care of the building,
Right now, what are you calling about? I know. We can't go back 15 years, but what prompted the call today? Why did you get up today and say, damn it, I'm pissed off enough to call Martino? What was it?
We went without hot water for the last 3 weeks. We got it back on Monday.
Wow.
Now, hot water means no cleaning hands during COVID.
That's James, myth. You can wash hands, and the temperature of the water only helps slightly. Honest to goodness, I want to dispel that myth right away because people say that. Soap is, and the rubbing action is what cleans your hands, not the temperature of the water. So keep going now. Sometimes people can argue the temperature of the water disperses soap better and all of that and breaks bonds. But I have to tell you, you can't get the hot water hot enough to kill the virus or it would burn your hands. So let's move on to, still, you should have hot water, okay? But let's not tie it to the pandemic. So let's get you some hot water. That's grounds for a constructive eviction. What else are they not doing in the last few weeks? What prompted the call? No hot water. What else?
My power went out, and I have no number for maintenance or emergency maintenance.
Well, how many people in this apartment complex?
It's 30 units.
Everybody pissed off, or are you the only one?
I'm the only one. They gave us space
You're the only one pissed off in this entire unit.
No, everybody is, but nobody is able to speak. They're indigent.
I see. They're afraid. Okay, well, let's get on their case. Let's get on their case. Who owns these apartments? 1135 Logan Street Apartments.
Del Norte.
Huh? No? Okay. You
Del Norte.
Del Norte. I mean, but that's just a company. You don't know, like, any people. Who do you call when you have a problem right now?
My property manager.
All right, I want Deputy Doc, bright and early on a Monday. Deputy Doc, he looks kind of run over. Did you, you don't shave, you don't wash, you don't shower anymore? You got a haircut? Did you get a haircut? Where? They're open? I want to know how they did it, seriously, okay? Go, can you get this? Listen, Daff, I'm serious. James, we don't take this lightly, James. We want you to check that. We want you to hang on. Daph's going to get your number. We're going to have Deputy Doc call you and call the management company on this. I want to talk to Deputy Doc. He went to his hairstylist or barber or whatever you call him, and then he said she was open or he was open, whatever. 303-713-TALK. We'll talk about that. Trusan. This hour, by the way, brought to you by RealCBDThatWorks.com. You know what I say about Real CBD. you can only really, and I'm serious now. CBD is a product that is really, really, really flying off shelves. Now, I'm not saying it'll cure anything at all. It gives pain relief, anti-anxiety, it helps with inflammation, and it does boost your immune system, by the way. So really and truly, CBD is just a great all-around product. I'm not touting it for the virus. I'm just saying it's a great product. It really does make you feel pretty good. And realcbdthatworks.com. Put Martino in the Tom in the promo code, get 25% off, and they're right here in Golden, Panacea Life. So, Trusan, you need a cargo van for what, sir?
Well, I'm a small independent caterer, and my van is on its last legs here, and as soon I have to get a job stocking shelves while this virus thing is happening. And
tell me about the catering. When do you go back to catering?
As soon as they lift some restrictions, and I've had a lot of cancellations. And as soon as the business starts to pick up again, I couldn't give you a date on that, but as soon as the people are allowed to gather again.
And you need a van. Your van broke down?
It's on its last legs. I'm afraid it's going to break down any time, and I'm not only going to need it to do caterings, but I have to get to work until the caterings start coming.
So here's what I don't understand. Now you help me because I don't know why. That's why I'm going to ask this, and it doesn't mean I don't want to help. We perceive needs and try to help, but you're in business. You need a van. And why would I not just say go out and buy a van? What's special? I mean, are you asking for a free van? Or are you asking for some special help? Tell me what you're looking for.
No.
You need help buying one?
I have some money saved up for it. I know that you have resources.
Oh, we can get you a great deal. We can get you a great deal. And what kind of catering do you do?
Just pretty much anything. Like weddings, corporate events, things like that.
We can call one of our people and ask for a special deal for you. What do you got? Any money at all?
What's that?
Do you have any money at all?
Oh, yeah. It was in the email, so I'm sorry she didn't tell you. I probably have like a couple grand saved up already.
All right. And you're willing to take some financing, right?
Oh, absolutely. I'm not looking for a handout. I'm just looking for a little bit of assistance.
Okay, I'll tell you what. JFR Cars, hold on. Daff, I want you to get Rodney. Is it Rodney? JFR Cars or whoever we use there? Bet. Yeah. And hold on, and we'll try to get you hooked up because really this is a direct call for help. He wants a special deal. Let's see what we can get him. I always say if you call us directly, we will get you some deals. Dave. What is happening with you, Dave? Welcome to the show. Anyone can call 303-713-TALK. Deputy Doc, are you working on that landlord?
I'm waiting as soon as I get the number from...
Okay, Daff, he needs that. He needs that number, Deputy Doc.
It's there.
It's there. I don't see it either, Daff. I'm looking. Do you see it, Dan? Nope, we don't see it, Daff.
Okay,
oh, now we do.
I also
now
put
we
the $2,000 up on that line, too.
Daff,
so
it just
it's all
showed
there.
up. It just showed up. So, okay, go ahead, Dave. What's happening?
Hi, Tom. So there's a question on behalf of my sister-in-law. My brother died a couple weeks ago. They live in Tennessee.
Yeah.
And he had Parkinson's and he had some other mental stuff. But long story short, as she has been going through his stuff,
yeah,
she has found multiple bills regarding credit cards that he signed up for and this and that to the tone of like $30,000.
Okay, so what's the question, sir? Was this just in his name?
Well, it's both. He actually forged her signature on some of these.
No one's going to believe that. They're going to say, she's just trying to get out of it. I just want you to know what they're going to say because people have done that before with a dying spouse. They've tried to get out of stuff, and so she was never aware of these bills, is what you're saying.
Not these. No, they had a joint account, and she's aware of what went on in that one. But he was disabled and at home a lot, and she works. And as she's going through his stuff,
okay. So what do we do about it? Is what you're asking. Let's talk about this, Dave. I want to get Blake Harris, attorney at law, on to talk about estate bills and if things go straight to a wife. Did he have a will?
They did not. No.
Okay, we have. This is a good topic, and I'll tell you why. You're going to want to hear this, Dave, because when someone dies, a spouse, what happens to the assets, and can creditors step in at that time or demand that they pay up? And what happens when you have a claim of fraud like this? Because that's what it is, a claim of fraud. And right now, how long ago? A couple of weeks ago, he died. You said.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Hold on. So we're waiting for Blake Harris on that one. We got Deputy Doc working on the landlord, and we have JFR Cars we're going to talk to about the van. You see, we are getting some help. Hang on. We're going to coordinate all of this. Daphne is really busy right now, and I hope Shannon's shipping in, although he's lazy. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. And I can't help but saying we are happy you're calling because we do want to help you.
You got, what is that? Cliff coming up, 30,000
square foot showroom at Santa Fe.
Can you do Cliff right away?
Yeah, of course I can. What do you think I am?
Check you out, man.
Get special savings.
So agile.
With 40% off MSRP, Urban Lights is open for business. They're following recommended CDC guidelines, and your safety is a
10 away from a little Cliff.
Incredible showroom at Santa Fe in Mississippi. For more info, go to urbanlights.com.
Cliff Enton is a workers' compensation attorney. He can also do personal injury. But Cliff, he has been helping so many people that listen to me, and they love using him. They get way more than they ever expect, and you will too. You know, you need an attorney for workers' comp, especially if it's a serious injury. Don't let it go without calling and finding out about your rights. 303-333-2222. So it's 303 and then 333-2222. Cliff Enton.
You hear these days about an alternative, less intrusive, less painful dental procedure to treat receding gums. It's called pinhole, and it's a specialty of Dr. Deanna Snitzer. Kevin Russell of Arvada heard about pinhole on the radio and scheduled a free consultation with her.
First, I talked with a coworker who'd gone through painful cutting and grafting for his receding gums, and I wanted no part of that. With the pinhole procedure, there is no cutting, just a tiny pinhole in the gum, and then the gum is moved into proper position. Dr. Snitzer explained the process.
We got Nick to get off of YouTube.
That still sounds painful, was it?
I dreamed I heard someone snoring and it woke me
There
up.
we got the
Believe it or
camera.
not, it was me. I fell asleep in the
Again,
chair.
it was the plug-in adapter there.
When Dr. Snitzer actually came in to see me on her day off. I'd never heard of things doing that.
It was the plug-in adapter.
Your gums are receding. Call Dr. Deanna Snitzer at 303.
Yeah, Festivus will never be the same.
No, it won't.
Oh, I know.
So dies Festivus.
Dead.
Dead. We got to name it something
So I went
else.
over to my son's place yesterday to see the new dog. They're having, there was a sign in the lobby
Knowing you're not subjecting your skin to chemicals.
that they're having food trucks outside the apartment starting today.
Outside of where?
And he lives in an apartment, and there was a sign in the lobby that as of today, they're having a food truck every day. So the guy who's catering can do the same thing. So they are allowing food trucks to dispense meals.
Are you frittering away your weekends with odd jobs?
Guys, are you still isolating yourself? Because I am.
Oh, yeah.
Look at your home
I'm serious. I'm not getting loosey-goosey here until I get a vaccine.
Hey, Tom?
Yeah.
Would you be mildly interested in an art of granite right away?
I got it, brother. Brother man.
Here you go, 10 away, art of granite.
Brothers Plumbing, Heating, and Electric. Online at brothersplumbing.com.
Mitch Floria is open for business, and he wants you to know you can get the granite that you need in a safe way. All you have to do is call him. He can get prices on the phone, okay? You're spending more time at home. Enjoy beautiful countertops, granite quartz. He is a direct stone importer. He also tears out hollows way free, and the bathroom is free when you have the kitchen done. TheArtOfGranite.com. Mitch Floria, simply one of my favorite people. 303-386-5919, artofgranite.com, theartofgranite.com.
If you're to the IRS, there's good news.
2 minutes.
It can help you resolve your tax debt right from the safety of your own home. Optima's award-winning team works with you online and over the phone, so you don't
don't have to leave the comfort of your home to put your tax problems to rest. Optimus A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau and standing by, ready to help you today. Call now for a free consultation.
Chime in, Marky Poo.
He just left.
Is he not there?
960-1575.
He should be.
No,
Yeah, he is
not. His chair is empty.
Good work.
Lowe's wants to help you keep working. That's why we're open for pro business hours 6 to 7 a.m. Monday through Saturday.
His chair is empty. Ah, damn camera. Come on.
Look at Daphne working her ass off. Look at that. Getting all jiggy.
You can count on Lowe's for special values on pro trusted brands and savings when you buy in bulk. Save yourself a trip by shopping Lowe'sForPros.com.
Man, you tell Daphne to do something and she
Hey,
does.
JC says thanks, Doc.
Okay.
Thank you guys for helping with the North Glen Automotive and what they did to me with my Jeep engine.
Huh?
Whatever happened on that one, Doc?
The guys at Larry's Miller helping her out.
Okay.
What should I put in my monitor in the back, boys?
And we're here for you now. If you have questions about your investments or plans, reach out to your Bear.
You know, some of this stuff, I'm looking at my stuff.
This report is sponsored by Discover.
Real CBD.
Yeah.
We'll see a cooler day today with
And it's only available on a subscription. I don't get that at all.
Oh, no, there's other places you can buy it singly. It's just a little more expensive.
Get your free credit scorecard today, even if you're not a Discover customer. It includes your FICO
What's that?
credit score.
Yeah, you
And
can get it
getting your
singular.
scorecard won't
It's just a
hurt
little
your
more
credit.
expensive,
Learn
like
more
$10.
at
You can.
Yeah.
Okay, so when it says,
Here we go, guys.
Oh,
Denver's talk station. Available everywhere with the iHeartRadio app. Now #1 for podcasting. 630 KHOW.
I did it. That we need a new thing. That's bad.
Hey, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Welcome to the only show of its kind anywhere in the universe. Let's talk to you. Now, Daphne, good work. You got everybody on. So let's take Rod very quickly here. Rod, JFR Cars, we got a guy. He wants a cargo van as soon as possible. He saved $2,000 to put down. Now, I'm thinking you can keep his payments low. You were talking about slightly used, possibly for leasing. Trusan, are you there? And, Rod Greer, JFR Cars, he can help you out, I'm sure. This is a real business, right, Trusan?
Oh, absolutely.
Good. Now, Rod,
Hey, Tom, how are you doing?
Good. What do you think? A slightly used cargo van, or maybe even a great deal on a new one? I don't know, because he's not going to get one for $2,000. He's going to have to finance something here. Do you got good credit, Trusan?
It's not perfect, but it's not terrible.
Well, okay. What do you mean by not perfect? Give me an idea of what your FICO might be.
I have no idea. It's been so long since I financed anything.
Okay. Okay.
I don't have a number for you.
Okay. And
what kind of business is it?
Catering. It's not a food truck, is it, Trusan? It's a catering.
No. It's just a van to deliver the food from the restaurant,
right,
from the kitchen to.
And do you have racks and
the
stuff?
site.
Do you have racks to put in the van?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So
in the van,
Rod, you guys have any cargo vans?
Box? Yeah, you just need an empty van, is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Do you have any?
Okay. And I don't have.
How much dough do you got, man? How much are you looking to spend on this?
Well,
thing?
Here's the deal, Mark. He's got $2,000 saved, but he wants that. I think that would make a good down payment. I don't think.
How's your credit? Is his credit okay?
No, he doesn't know, and he hasn't financed in a while. So here's
I can get around the credit issue if it's not too major. I can get around that. My question is, if with the $2,000 down, what are you thinking is a monthly payment?
Right. What can you survive with on a monthly payment? Now, Rod, unlike other dealers, Rod's not going to use that against you. Monthly payment shopping is dangerous for a lot of people, but we need to know roughly to see what price range you're in. What monthly payment would make you comfortable?
Right now, without any caterings coming in, maybe a couple of $100 a month.
Yeah, that's going to be hard. Okay, so $2,000 out, a couple of $100 a month. When you said
we're probably talking about a $10,000 vehicle if the credit is not strong.
Okay, so so Tristan, what you ought to do is talk to Rod off the air, because that's what your price range is looking like for that payment. So talk to him off the air and see what he can find for the heck of it, and report back to us. We'd like to see what we can do. All right. So Rod Greer, thank you very much. Tristan, thanks. Here's the number over there, jfrcars.com. That's jfrcars.com. Juliet Foxtrot Romeo Cars, jfrcars.com, 303-520-6839. Daff, make sure he gets that number. Thank you. Now, we have another interesting question I wanted to go over. Blake Harris, attorney at law. He's with milehighestatePlanning.com. And Blake, I got a quick, this is interesting. Before I bring up Dave has a story about his, I believe it's his sister, or his brother, somebody died. The brother-in-law died, and his sister noticed some bills. Is that right, Dave?
No, my brother died, and I'm trying to find out stuff for my sister-in-law.
Okay, got it. So your brother died. Blake, here's what I want to know. If the husband had credit cards in only his name, when a husband and wife dies, is there a probate? A husband or wife dies? If they're together.
It depends. Often there's not, because all the assets are jointly held. If the home is held with rights of survivorship, then there's no probate. If their bank account is jointly held with rights of survivorship, there's no probate. If the husband owned the home in his own name, then there would be a probate. So it depends on how the assets are held.
I get it. So, Dave, my first question for you, Dave, for Blake, I want to clear through this. How much is the estate worth? Does he have a house, cars, money in the bank?
No, they rent a townhome in Tennessee.
And they don't have anything. Are they church mice, basically?
I'm sorry, what?
Are they as poor as church mice, basically?
She does not have a lot, and she's willing to pay the bills that she knows about and is responsible for. But
that's not what I'm getting at. Is that I'm just asking. They don't have a lot for the. Credit card companies don't go after estates and dead people a lot. Is it mostly credit cards you're talking about? She noticed.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Blake Harris. In the event, let's just say the husband had a lot of debt in credit cards. They don't have a lot in the estate. In fact, there is no estate. So the wife is not responsible if it was just in the husband's name, right?
Correct. And I want to say something for all of the listeners. If you have a loved one who passes away and they have credit card bills, do not pay them right away. There's a temptation to just go ahead and pay it off and be done with it. Often you can escape paying it totally. Usually you can at least get a discount on it. In this case, it sounds like there's not going to be an estate open. The credit card companies are not going to dig back in to open up the estate. I would say with this case, don't pay anything. Now
I'm going to throw another wrinkle, Blake. What if her name is on some of those accounts? Won't they go after her?
If her name is on the credit cards, then yes, she needs to pay the bill. She's fully responsible.
Now, what about now yet another wrinkle? She said she discovered all of these cards after his death, and he forged her signature. I don't know how she knows that. Maybe because she never signed on it. But, Blake, you and I both know that this is a ploy sometimes surviving spouses use and say, I never knew about that bill. So what would a credit card company do if she claims, hey, my husband forged my name?
If that is something she can prove, then she's not going to be liable.
How do you prove that?
It's going to take a handwriting expert, and that handwriting expert is going to cost $10,000.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a tricky situation, and if she is proven to not be telling the truth, she could face criminal charges.
Okay. So what I want to know, Dave, is she sure that she never signed on these cards?
She's absolutely sure, on the bills that are coming in that she claims, no familiarity whatsoever.
Okay, how does she know that she's on those bills?
Well, they have found some that her name is on with his.
And she doesn't remember signing on it, right?
No.
Can I ask one question?
Go ahead, Blake.
The purchases, were the purchases made for things that he used, or were they made for things that she used? Because if they were
I
all
get it,
items
Blake. I get it.
I don't need to explain that, but that's going to come up.
Yeah, so that is a good thing. What are some of the bills for?
It's mostly it's his stuff. He had a weird collection obsession stuff. Like he supposedly got this I don't know, some kind of celebrity memorabilia, but there's nothing that certifies it.
Okay, but nothing.
Like
there aren't new shoes and purses or things for her, obviously. Boob job, anything like that. I mean, really, seriously. No. Okay, because a lot of people do charge stuff and then claim they had nothing to do with it. Blake, does she just sit tight? Does she contact him? What would you advise?
Let sleeping dog rest.
Yeah, leave it alone. If they come after her, she should say she has no knowledge of these accounts. But I would not be proactive in this situation, Dave.
Correct.
She asked me if she should file personal bankruptcy,
well,
and I said, I don't know.
Hold on. If it gets to a point where she is being pursued and they're threatening judgments, what can they take from her? Does she work?
Yeah, she works at a school in Tennessee.
So they can garnish wages at the very most. I would say if it gets to a point where they're threatening collections, then she may want to consult a bankruptcy attorney. Blake Harris, attorney at law, 720-924-6171. That's 720-924-6171, milehighestatePlanning.com.
Simply Floors coming up.
This is Denver's Talk Station with Tom Martino. Now, Michael Brown at 2.
What kind of memorabilia?
Elvis plates.
You're probably right.
This report is sponsored
Black velvet paintings.
The honeymooners silverware set.
Metro area, there is a crash still working on southbound.
Certified.
85 there, approaching 136. Right lane and shoulder are blocked. Seeing backups both sides of the roadways. Just watch out for delays if you can't just avoid that area altogether.
You look pretty sharp in that haircut, Doc.
Well, you can't pull this about 4 pounds off.
Where's your gray hair?
I don't have any.
What?
Foothills, westbound I-70 at Idaho Springs. Right lane blocked once again for road work today. The weather forecast. Showers likely throughout the rest of today with a high of 55. Right now overcast and 36. With your impact traffic and weather, I'm Pete Wagner, 630 K-How.
Coming together makes us stronger, and Ford is built to lend. Turn away Simply Floors. Now.com to can you get it? To learn more about home delivery and other vehicle service options from the comfort of home. Built Ford proud.
SimplyFloorsInc.com. That's the place to go to make your own appointment with Simply Floors Inc. And we're talking about some low-cost financing and rebates and different things you need to call for details if you want. 303-456-4660. They have luxury vinyl tile, waterproof luxury vinyl tile, hardwood laminates, carpeting, waterproof carpeting, all of the popular floor coverings at huge discounts because Buddy and Karen pass discounts on to you. SimplyFloorsInc.com.
iHeartMedia. Awesome. Businesses across the country are facing new challenges during the COVID-19 pandemic.
I want to know why
we put together the
that
iHeartRadio
person
Small Business
is
Crisis
a swimsuit model.
which has critical information, including links to federal and state resources providing businesses with stimulus loans, grants, and other financial aid.
Just
we
doesn't
also
look
shine
right
a
to
spotlight on small businesses doing
Where are you
good right
looking
now. Visit iHeart.com/smallbusiness to learn more.
She's good. She's giant. She's giant.
There she is. There she looks pretty good. Well, oh, yeah, that's the real. It's the bigger body people. See, that's a big thing now. Plus size models. You're body shaming.
No, I'm not. I'm not telling her this, so I'm not body shaming you.
Tom, who owns QC?
Q.
Oh, I forget his name, Mark. You know, you've dealt with him before. He and his son.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just going to send this to Suzal.
Wow, the market's coming back strong.
Today?
Yeah.
I don't think it should.
Now it's only 60 down. It was like
Come on.
200 down.
You were making it sound like it was.
Yeah, like we're all millionaires.
And the Nasdaq is 0.7% positive.
The Nasdaq 7/10 positive.
That's a lot.
I'll tell you what'll do
That
good.
came up a lot, boy.
They all. This is what you call. Hold on.
For a second, it gets old.
It's the Biden bump.
There you go.
The Biden bump.
Oh, that's good. That's what's in his pants when he snips women's hair.
I don't think at his age, I don't think there's much of a bump.
Imperial Chinese Restaurant, 431 South Broadway.
Can you go on any of the betting sites, Mark, and see if you can bet to see if Biden will even be the Democratic candidate?
I doubt it. What would it pay? $1 million to 1?
I don't know. I don't think he's going to make it.
Oh, what do you mean? You think he's going to die?
I think they're going to jerk him.
Jerk
That's what he does when he smells
They're
women's hair.
never going to do that.
I don't know.
He's the heir apparent.
I don't.
He already got the blessing of.
That's what I would bet on.
You want? Okay, what do you want to bet?
I'll bet $100 on. But there's
What?
got to be a lot.
You're going to bet $100 he doesn't run for president.
Right.
You're on. Mark, he's
well,
on.
no, not with you. I want odds and stuff on that.
Oh.
I'll bet you get probably 10 to 1 odds on it.
Oh, okay.
10 to 1 on what?
That Biden won't be the Democratic nominee.
Well, who are you saying would be?
I don't know. I don't know who they would grab.
Obama.
Yeah. Oh, you know where Obama said that Trump is doing a horrible job? Apparently that was a phone conversation that someone hacked into or let it loose without his knowledge, apparently.
Say that again?
That comment was made not by his... he didn't approve of it.
What are you talking about?
You know,
what are you talking about?
He came out with this thing that saying that Trump is doing a horrendous job.
Oh, you're saying he didn't say that?
No. I'm saying it was a phone conversation that he didn't approve of.
Are you talking about the secret tapes they said were secret that were released by Obama?
No.
I don't know what he's saying.
No. There was something that was really sneaky. They got a. They said that Obama was secretly recording not protesting, but criticizing Trump, saying everything wrong with him, and then they leaked it.
Yeah.
And the reason they did that is because ex-presidents normally it's considered bad form to comment.
Present form, he was the first one that really do a past president.
Would you leave me alone?
Mark did vote for him though twice.
Twice, baby.
I know. You embarrassed me.
Mutant.
Yes, you are.
Hello, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255.
Here to help you solve problems, answer questions, take complaints. And don't forget, Compass Insurance Group is home of Auto Owners Insurance, Compass Insurance Group, where you can get the insurance checkup free, and one of the many companies they represent, and they're proud to represent Compass, is Auto Owners. Now, Auto Owners also does homeowners insurance. They do auto insurance, and they want you to know they use strong independent agents, so you don't have to worry about anyone representing your interest. You don't call a 1-800 number and get somebody in another country. You get people here in Denver that care for you. Compass Insurance Group, 303-996-9000, and Auto Owners Insurance. So let's talk. By the way, we always emphasize local brokerages and not to go to a captive agent. Captive agents can only sell one line of products. And you listen, if you can only sell one line of products, how can you possibly shop for people and get the best deal? You can't. So that's why we recommend Compass Insurance Group, and Auto Owners is a great company too. So let's talk. Now Jeff's got a comment on this van that Trusan called about, and we're going to try to get Trusan a great deal. Jeff, what's your comment on the van he wanted to buy, a cargo van?
Hi there. If there isn't a need for a tall van to stand up vertical in, I'd recommend staying away from the Rams and the Transits and all that jazz.
Why?
They're not like Ford isn't using off-the-shelf F-Series truck parts in it. They're using special European parts. I've known people who've bought trucks in 200 miles, brand new. Computer goes out, and they have to wait 3 months for a computer.
Why? Because wait. But the main manufacturers on recent models have all of the stuff in stock or can get it easily. Part sourcing's not a problem. So
it is when it's only.
Go ahead.
It's not used on anything else Ford makes. If they were using off-the-shelf parts that were shared with their other trucks, it would probably be a great vehicle. I wouldn't go near one. I have a Sprinter, but that'd be too expensive.
Okay, so how do you know, Jeff? How do you know, and this is a good topic, when you're buying anything, how do you know about parts availability? You just have to start Googling and researching.
Oh, myself and other locksmiths have researched the crap out of vans. Now, the NV is a good van.
Yeah.
It's a Nissan, basically.
Yeah.
It's sold by GM and sold by Nissan. It's probably the only good thing Nissan makes. But if you get a used one, you could get into some serious expense when it comes to repairs. I'd recommend if someone has limited funds, get a used Ford E350, the normal van they made here in the U.S.
Okay.
Or in Canada,
so what you're basically saying is just you want to make sure you have parts availability and
cheap to fix. You can have anyone fix it. They don't need special training. They don't have to go to France to learn how to fix it.
And that's important, I think, for anything you buy. But that's a good point. Yeah, thank you. And Jeff is with City Lock in Boulder. He's not only a listener, but he's on our referral list at referrals.com. And thank you, Jeff. Tom wants to give us an update on unemployment. We got him some help with. We've been getting a great response with the state and the unemployment office and the people about stimulus, and we've been having some really good stuff. We get them on the air and talk to them. Jeff, go ahead.
I'll tell you what, Tom.
Tom. I'm sorry, Tom. Go ahead.
Yeah, no worries. It's absolutely incredible. You guys had Philip on last week, and my problem was, I'll make it quick, was I wasn't getting paid. Well, it turns out 2.5 years ago, I had also gotten laid off and filed for unemployment, and they were paying me then through that, and I chose the debit card rather than direct deposit like an idiot. And I got hired, back then, and so I got off the unemployment. So that card in my account, if you will, with unemployment was still active. And so my payments that I wasn't getting were going on to the old debit card that I no longer had because I got a job. I got off unemployment.
All right.
No reason to keep that card.
So it's weird.
Well, stupid me, I never checked because what had happened was Daphne, unbelievable Daphne, and I thank you, Daphne, greatly. She facilitated everything with Philip.
Yeah, Philip is a great guy, man.
Emails. Unbelievable. It gets better, Tom. So Philip actually called me on Friday from his personal cell phone.
Goodness gracious.
Wanted to know if I got everything squared away with U.S. Bank because they don't do anything. They just load the cards. But I needed to transfer those funds off the current unemployment funds onto a new card. Well, so I called unemployment. I called U.S. Bank, and it turns out I still had $2,100 on my old card.
Oh, my goodness!
That I've already chopped up, Tom. I had no idea.
Did you get it back?
What's that?
Did you get it back?
Oh, yeah. Everything's there. Well, the card is going to be delivered today, but yeah, I've got all my current payments. Plus the extra $2,100 that was out in limbo that stupid me had no idea was even there.
That is so cool.
And he calls me, a guy from the state unemployment, which was you certainly know full well, everybody does. Those guys are overloaded right now, swamped.
And I've been very protective of not giving out his email.
Oh, no. He's a good guy.
So for him to call you, that was just, he's so amazing.
Now,
it's unbelievable.
To have a state, somebody at the state, isn't that good?
Right.
That's a government
it's
at work.
Unbelievable. It kind of gives me a little bit of faith in humanity. And again, thank you, Tom, for what you guys do.
And
specifically Daphne. You're wonderful, Daphne.
Well,
thank you.
Thanks for letting us know that, Tom. We appreciate it. 303-713-TALK. Here's the moral, people. We make the connections for you so you don't have to be frustrated if you need help with the state agency, stimulus, anything to do with COVID, anything to do with pandemic, other than, of course, medical stuff. I mean, general medical stuff we can find out, but I'm talking about emergencies, of course. You call 24/7, 303-MARTINO for help, 303-627-8466, and then you can call that when we're on the air as well, or 303-713-TALK. More coming up.
Get found in a minute.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Discover. We treat you like you treat you.
Right now, no major delays in the highway drive across the metro area. There is a crash still working on the southbound side of Highway 85 there, approaching 136.
Did you send me that automotive thing?
Both sides of the roadways. Just watch out for delays.
Did I send you an automotive thing?
Yeah.
I didn't send you an automotive thing.
Colorado to eastbound I-60.
Which one, Mark?
What is it?
Blockage there. Avoid that.
The what?
And watch out
Who gets help email?
I do. Suzanne does.
Suzanne too.
Oh, okay, Suzanne was sent it.
The weather forecast. Showers likely throughout the rest of today with a high of 55. Right now overcast and 36.
I sent you the one that says free listening skills on my.
That's it. That's the automotive.
Get funneled fast.
I just thought you needed listening skills.
You're a funny man. Very funny looking.
Get found fast, the place to call, especially now. You know what? Websites have taken on such an importance with people doing most of their shopping at home or social distancing. It's going to continue to be that way. Get information free, a free analysis of your website, how it loads, how it looks to Google, where it shows up, where it doesn't show up, how to boost it. Whether you want a free one-time analysis or ongoing services, GetFoundFast.com's the company. 303-952-4900, 952-4900, GetFoundFast.com.
Awesome.
Become the banker.
Become the banker.
Become the spanker.
Spanker.
God, he's so childish.
He's in one of those moods.
He's a childish mood. That's because he had the kids all weekend.
That's right.
He's on their mentality.
She's
I'll
right.
tell you the one thing I wish he would do is get his diction down better. He's got the worst diction.
Hey, remind us at the end of the show to get that box. So
Get that box.
at the end of the show.
You know what? We need someone to, I need to talk to Dash, actually.
Sweet talker.
Okay, let us know what
Is
happens.
Daphne available?
Okay, well, yeah. Okay, let me know if.
What are you looking for, Dan?
Okay, a box that runs.
I'll get it for you.
Call me back. My name is Ken.
I got it all in one little area.
Daphne can talk for a second.
Okay.
On the phone.
Outrageous. So I went online to see if there was any other solution for my problem. That's how I learned to
30 away, become the banker. 30 away.
But when that procedure is done with a laser, not a scalpel, there's no cutting, no stitching, and
Hey, Dash, the building must have lost power or something. Suzanne's PCs are off downstairs. Can you turn them on?
listen to my concerns and explain everything in detail. Of course, the procedure itself.
Just hers. That's how she gets billing and everything done. We can't connect. The only thing we can figure out is power went off.
What's going on?
The PCs and stuff all, she can't connect with them. They might even pull.
One is to the right of the monitor, one is to
Okay, are you ready for me? Become the Banker is the name of the investment strategy. BecomeTheBanker.org is where you can find out about how to get to the next webinar, or you can call them 303-779-6600. The question is, why would you call them? Because you want to find out about this investment strategy where people did not lose a dime during this pandemic, not one penny. They've gotten their 4% plus 1% dividend. You can too. Becomethebanker.org.
Brock, thank you, brother.
And we have companies. Every one of our team members knows that.
So they can't connect their PCs right now to what? Our books?
Mark? So you can't connect the PCs?
Your face what?
Is my case.
Your face is my
No,
case.
we can't, Suzanne can't do any work. We lost power up there.
If she doesn't go on there, I could drive by and go in there.
Okay, I think she will. I don't know. I don't know why she wouldn't. Or send Shannon or somebody.
All in love, gratitude, and hope your way.
Here's to all of you. We couldn't.
You could probably hold your breath the whole time in there.
Right.
Yeah, they did awesome.
I think they did something about, I wonder if they changed locks as of yet. I thought they were going to do something.
Thought they were gonna what?
Do something.
Essential workers with us.
If it was change locks, maybe it was just to keep the doors locked.
Case.
You can talk to those two, yeah.
Yeah, Tommy, I can't access my QuickBooks. I need both of my PCs turned back on. Unless the internet's down in the basement. That could be the other reason.
Shannon said that the power was.
Oh. So yeah, I just need my PCs rebooted.
Who can do it? Is Nanny going to do that, Danny?
I like I say, if she can't do it, I'll go there and
Hold
do
on
it.
now.
Okay, well, it's
What is this?
my two computers, Daniel. They're both on each side of my monitor, so they just simply need to be turned on. That's all.
Oh, okay, that's.
Just to clarify.
Why don't you like the
you
lamp
know that
behind
about
me? Hold on, can I see my one shot, please?
What's that?
Let me see the one shot. Somebody's complaining. Jay Brett.
Just want to be sure you know there's two PCs.
What's wrong with that lamp? Where? Oh,
Is it
right
crooked?
there, that lamp. He's talking about that lamp.
Is it crooked?
No, he's just saying it doesn't look good. Well, screw you, Jay. I can't do anything about it.
It's crooked.
No, wait. I'm going. Maybe if I get front lights
No,
here.
no, this here is
No, he's talking about the lamp. The lamp, right?
Is that or that ball?
No, wait, there's no lamp.
Well,
There, that's a lamp right there. Right, see, my head is covering it now. That's a lamp.
Yeah, but why is he complaining about it?
I don't know.
I think it's because it's crooked.
No.
No, the lamp. No, the picture's crooked here.
Well, why is the picture crooked?
Well, because that thing is.
Well, fix
crooked.
it.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks. We look like a bat in
But
the Batman.
you look straight.
That one looks good.
You look
but it's
straight.
too wide.
That one looks really good.
But we're not going to keep a wide shot up. Hi, Tom Martino. You are a troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255.
Okay, so Jill has a question on the stimulus check, and we'll talk about that. Okay, Jill, what's going on?
My son has been checking on the IRS.gov on my stimulus check,
yes.
And he says none of the information matches. I don't know
what
why.
does he mean none of the information matches? I don't understand what he's talking about.
Well, there's no record. There's no record.
Have you been getting refunds in the past?
No. The thing is, my
Have
husband,
you filed in the past?
Yes, we were behind on our taxes about 3 or 4 years, and I sent him a check, the IRS, to pay him off for the 16, 17, and 18 taxes, and they've been paid. I sent the checks in January of this year.
You know what? Let's get Larson on. If you want to hang on, maybe we'll give a question. But you say you've owed money and we're paying on them, right?
Yeah, well, we went through Larson, and they don't want to deal with us anymore.
No, they don't want to deal with small problems. They'll give you advice. Now, what did you mean? What did you call Larson about?
Well, we had them do the filing for us for the past years.
Good.
And they sent us a letter saying that they didn't want to do business with us anymore.
I think there might be more to it than that, Jill. They simply out of the blue said we don't want to do
She
business.
might be high maintenance.
No, I don't know what you're talking about. How much do you owe, Jill?
Well, we paid, we paid for 16, 17, and 18 about almost close to $5,000.
Yeah, see, that's too small for them. What they mean is it doesn't pay for them to take your case. That's a good thing. What they're saying is, look, we've helped you, but we really they're usually there for people who owe at least $15,000 or more. But
it was more than that because we paid. I don't have any the tax information in front of me because my son took it to another tax.
Okay,
person.
so Jill, you have not filed, or you owed, or both. Were you a non-filer?
Yeah, we were a non-filer.
Until when? When did you file your taxes? When's the last time you filed? What year?
Well, I prepaid for 19 for the year 19.
Did you file for 2018? Did you file?
Yes.
So your tax return for 18 is done. Is your tax return for 19 done?
No, there's another tax guy doing it right now.
Okay. And then, so shouldn't they base it on 18 if she filed in 18 and finished?
I do believe they said either 18 or 19, yep.
But then what happens in 20 is going to be the real deal.
The real number.
Whether you pay it back or not. So, but I don't know, Jill, I don't know the answer to people who owe money. How much money do you still owe right now?
No, she should. No. The feds have come out and said even if you owe the IRS or if you're on a payment plan, this money will still come to you. It's meant to stimulate the economy. They will not take it from you, even if you owe the IRS money.
So what we have to figure out...
As long as you qualify.
What we have to figure out is why the information they have on Jill is not correct. So, Jill... We have been unable to get someone on from the federal government like we did from the state government, but we will see what we can do. Hold on. Daphne, I don't know who we get, but there must be someone, or we can try to look for it, but we need to figure out. So many people are asking us. Yeah, well, we need to then put the word out to our listeners after this.
Rates are like a poster lately. Are you concerned about the future and how to protect your home?
She goes on mortgage safe. When I go on the site,
interest mortgage.
They're still having problems. Is she just saying that when she goes to irs.gov and goes to where is my stimulus and enters the information, it says you can't. If that's all it is, that's just a glitch in the system. Because I tried the same thing, and it doesn't mean that it just means that they have that that program isn't working properly yet.
Focus on what's important. Your family. Call affordable interest mortgages.
Have you ever seen a can opener like this?
You want to follow up on that landlord
No
stuff?
blade.
What?
Have you ever seen a can opener like that?
No. How does it work?
It unfolds the can, the lip.
Really?
It's the most incredible I've had for years. Look.
Well, it can't do every type of can then, can it?
Every single one. I'm going to show you.
No.
Wait. There's no way it could do every single can ever made.
What about a pop can?
I'm talking about all the modern cans. Look, takes them all.
Wow.
It unfolds.
So there's no sharp, no sharp edge.
Nothing, but look at
no sharp edge on the can.
No.
It's
weird.
That's too much.
I've never had a can.
Can you reverse do it and fold them?
But isn't it weird?
The CDC is developing national criteria.
All right, so I'm going to follow up on that landlord when you want it.
Working with health officials.
Well, which one? Okay. Oh, good. We'll do that.
So right now, Biden is a 6-1 favorite.
To what? To win?
To get the Democratic candidacy.
Well, who else is there?
Well, that's just it. So just think, April 27th, he was 12-1.
Wow.
There's only so many in the world or in the country, and one was in Denver for the military. My sister was doing it.
So what I'm saying is, odds are going that he will get booted.
Well, you know what's interesting? My son and his girlfriend
He's like a little boy. They need a wheelchair for him.
were really pro-Biden. Are they really? They were. And now they're having second thoughts because of his mental capacity and his sexual conduct.
But plus he flip-flops with all this thing. He has no standards of this. He goes whatever people tell him to. I mean,
well, that's what politicians do.
Well, you know who was really good about that was Clinton. Clinton was a poll president, I thought. He went as far as his
So
thinking.
who would Democrats put out the Biden?
Hillary Clinton's
Do you
game.
think it would default to Bernie?
No. Here it says non-applicable.
What?
For him. So 1 to 18 for Cuomo. Hillary's is the closest at 700.
Wow. Yo, did you ever listen to Mario Cuomo, their father?
No.
He was amazing.
Was he good?
He was a true liberal Democrat without being a progressive moron.
Okay. So what I heard, I just heard something on the thing that there was something about his wife, Cuomo's wife.
Oh, you mean Andrew Cuomo, the current Cuomo's
wife, that would keep what's his name from being a presidential candidate. What was his wife?
You mean Mario Cuomo or Andrew?
Mario Cuomo's wife.
Huh.
There's no. Mario is the governor right now.
No, Mario's the father of the two.
Okay. Andrew Cuomo's mom.
Yeah. Really?
Mario's wife. Yeah.
Wow.
There's something with her that would keep him. What? Do you know anything about it?
Don't.
Okay.
But that may be why Cuomo never ran for president.
But that's what
he was an incredible.
Some talk show
governor.
On the radio, I just heard that and I didn't really listen to it or dig into it. I didn't know if she had a checkered past or.
Don't know.
Where's Michelle Obama on that list?
She is not. Oh wait, yes, 3,300.
Wow.
So Hillary, I would love for Hillary. She's talk about.
Honest to God, I think she'd have a better chance than Biden.
Hillary?
Yeah.
No way.
You think? I don't think so.
Yeah, I do, man.
In fact, I think it's very possible if Biden would have ran last time, he would have beat Trump.
There's no question.
Are you crazy?
Yeah, because first of all, he had more energy. Hillary was just so. First of all, she's a bitch. She's lazy. She's very lazy.
Hey.
Let's
bring it down a notch, bud.
Hey, that notch is staying up there.
Just bring it down a notch, Jack.
That notch is up there.
I can't believe you, man.
Is sponsored by Rocket Mortgage by
She's very unlikable.
She's the most likable.
She would win this time because people had enough of Trump.
I don't think so. I really don't think so.
Listen, Tom is always right when it comes to elections. I've learned that.
I've heard that.
I know one thing.
Even the next day.
One thing, he's not being reelected.
The next day.
He's not going to be reelected.
It's a recount.
Just listen to CNN.
You know who's going to be the next Republican is what's her name? She was the United Nations.
Oh, Nikki Haley.
Yeah.
Do you guys have either of you have a gas power washer?
Gas?
No.
Washer or dryer?
No.
Power washer.
Oh, a power washer. I'm still trying to find mine. I had a Hotsy, a real good one. Oh my.
That's what I was going to ask you. Is that a good brand, Hotsy?
Oh my God, yes. I had a $4,000 one and somebody borrowed it. And honest to God, I don't remember when or where, and I never got it back. My snowblower, $1,400 snowblower, gone. My Hotsy was $5,000. I also lost my four-wheelers. I've let people borrow stuff, and I swear, no.
Couldn't you find your four-wheelers? Aren't they a licensed?
No.
Oh, they're not?
No, they weren't.
Oh, okay.
But
you know what's weird is I found a Hotsy, a snowblower, and a four-wheeler.
Two
No, I
four-wheelers.
let people borrow stuff, and I swear to God, no, I'm serious.
You don't remember?
I honest to God don't remember who borrowed it, but you would think any one of my friends that borrowed that shit would have said I have it. Not one fucking person.
Put the word out. Put it on the.
Neighbor from Franktown or somebody?
No, I had them in Cherry Hills when I was there.
Well, just put it out on the air or say whoever borrowed it.
When I lived in Cherry Hills,
bring it back.
It's like with
I
money.
remember people borrowing it.
You know, when I lend money to my poker guys,
No, I've got to write shit down from now on.
I never remember who I lend money to, but they never forget.
Well, I lent you money.
How much owe you?
I'm serious, man. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it.
You're up.
What should we order?
Hey, Tom Martino here, helping you, solving problems, answering questions, taking place, making your life just a little easier. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Let's talk about your life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. This hour brought to you by RealCBDThatWorks.com. It's Panacea Life Sciences. I just put in my order for boosting your mood and helping you with pain, anti-anxiety. Also, it's an immunobooster. So, RealCBDThatWorks.com is Panacea Life Sciences, and I like them because they're honest dosing and truly work. And they are a scientific lab in Golden, and they ship all over the country. They're right in our backyard. RealCBDThatWorks.com. We asked Deputy Doc to look into a few things. First and foremost, Deputy Doc, I want to know, you say your hair salon opened or wherever you go. How is that? How do they do it? By appointment? Hold on, let's see. Is your mic on? No, let me turn it on. Go ahead.
They had 2 stylists.
Can we hear him, Shannon?
Barely.
Okay. Barely. Let me turn him up. Go ahead. All right, go ahead.
They had 2 stylists in this.
Perfect.
They were each allowed to have 1 customer at a time.
Yeah.
You made an appointment and waited outside, and then they came and got you, and both the stylist and myself wore masks. Otherwise, it was perfectly normal. They're not allowed to use blow dryers.
No?
No,
Not
because
that you have
afraid
anything there.
of that spreading the virus.
Okay.
But I got my hair cut without any difficulty at all.
Okay, so apparently they didn't have a razor to shave, or they don't do
They
shaves.
don't have a razor to shave.
And they don't. Okay, so
This is a face for radio. Remember?
let's talk about the the landlord.
This was 1135 Logan Street Apartments.
And
he claimed he has no heat
and no hot water, and they never fix things and all of that. He had a litany of problems. So let's talk about it. What's going on?
I called up Tina, who is the manager. She said she's sending somebody over to. He thinks it's just that the breaker has to be switched on his electricity. She's sending someone over to take care of that. And apparently something happened with their hot water system. They got a new hot water heater, and she says everybody has hot water. He's claiming he doesn't have heat because it's hot water heater. They're sending somebody over to check both the electricity and the water, and James is going to get back to us and let us know if someone shows up to take care of the problems.
Okay, now you had something to say about the stimulus. Let's talk to Jill. Jill, you claim that...
Oh, no, I'm just saying, if all it is that she's trying to go to irs.gov, where is my stimulus, and enters the information, that site still is not working 100%. So if that's the issue, it has nothing to do with her. It's the site that's still having issues.
What you mean when they say you're not...
You enter your name and your social
and they can't
number,
find you.
And then it says they can't find you. It's not her, it's the site.
Jill, Mark said that from his research, the stimulus money is paid whether you owe money or not to the IRS, so that's out of it. So even though you hadn't filed and you owe money, you did file for 18 finally, and you are caught up for 19. You said you prepaid. You want to know where your stimulus check is. The answer from most people is you're going to get it. And when you go in to enter that information and it doesn't come back as accurate or they can't find you, Deputy Doc's saying that's happening to a lot of people, but people are still getting their checks by mail. So if you didn't make payment or get a refund with an electronic transfer, they don't send it electronically, they send it through the mail.
Which takes longer, and it's just, they are so inundated right now, people are just going to have to be patient.
And they're doing it by income, by the way.
But what does that mean?
Well, if your income was 30 to 40,000, then they send it out 1 week, 40 to 50,000 the next week. So they're doing it by incremental incomes.
And what's the cutoff for income before you don't get anything?
79,000.
For an individual?
For an individual, 75,000 or 79,000, one of the two. But about 75, 78,000.
Okay. 303-713-TALK. Jill, all indications say you're going to be getting it. What makes you think you're not? Okay. Diane, we're going on to Diane now. Diane, what's going on with your judgment? You have a judgment?
Well,
go ahead.
I have a judgment lien on our home, and I had read that although I still would owe the debt, that after 6 years that the lien could come off. And I just am...
No, that's not true at all. No. Liens don't come off. I mean, you owe the money. They come off when you pay. Here's what they mean. If someone does not pursue a debt in Colorado in 6 years, they lose the right for a judgment, for a court, and to enforce it. So they can't do anything after 6 years. But if they put that judgment on there once they get a judgment, the judgment's good for however long it is. That 6-year statute of limitations, they've satisfied. So a judgment is good for either, 6, 12, or 20? There's different judgment amounts. But what I'm saying is once they get that judgment, they could have put a lien on your house, and that lien will survive on your house. Now, this is an interesting question, though, that I never thought of. If the judgment expires, they have to renew it. But what if they don't?
Well, I had read that the judgment needs to be renewed before the 6 years.
No, it does. Well, if it's a 6-year judgment, yes, it does. If it's not a 6-year,
what determines a 6-year judgment?
We're looking it up. There's different judgments in different courts for different lengths of time. I know that they can go as long as 20 years, and I know you can renew 6 years over and over and over. So tell me what this judgment was for. Let's look up your specifics. What was the judgment for?
Well, it was for a credit card debt.
Okay, was it how much money is what I'm asking?
$24,000.
Are you sure it was only a 6-year judgment?
Well, no, it was through Adams County District Court. And all I know is that
hold on a sec
6
here.
years, and I was just curious.
6 years. Colorado law is unique in how it treats life of judgments. A county court judge is valid 6 years. District court is 20 years. So yours is 20 years.
Oh, wonderful. Okay.
Now, why don't you just pay it or negotiate it?
Well, I don't have $24,000. I will call and try to negotiate, but
how did you let it go to judgment?
I was hoping that it would drop off, and then I could negotiate after the lien was off.
No, I know, but it doesn't. Do you have a lot of equity in your home?
A couple $100,000.
Yeah, I'm surprised they haven't tried or initiated a foreclosure. Now,
well, the lawyer that had it originally, they no longer do collections, so they supposedly gave it to another law firm, but I haven't heard anything from anybody since the judgment was
But it's still on your house, the lien?
Well, yeah, I looked it up on Adams County, and it's still showing, yes.
Another way to do it is to refinance and get a low rate. What rate do you have right now?
You can't refinance it. There's a lien on it.
No, to pay off the lien you can. What is the if you have enough equity and you're doing it to pay off the lien, you can find a lender to do that sometimes. What rate do you have right now?
It's around 5.5.
You could get a better rate probably, right? Yeah.
Well, I knew that, but I had put it off because I didn't think I could with the lien.
You know what?
Well, the refi is going to cost her $25,000.
Why? Why?
Because that's what the judgment's for.
Oh, I see what you're saying. You mean to pay off the judgment? Yes. She'll have to pay off that judgment, or she can negotiate a pay down and refinance.
So my best bet is maybe just to call the people holding the lien and see if they'll
negotiate. But I would
Who's
wait.
holding it? What kind of judgment is it?
It's credit card.
It's on our home. It's a judgment, just a judgment lien.
For a credit card debt. Do you know who who holds it right now? Do you know the entity?
Well, it was Rose Law Firm, and they
they don't hold it.
And they say it's with now McCall and Johannes.
Yeah, but that's the law firm. Who's the
Portfolio.
Portfolio. Okay.
Portfolio Recovery Associates.
They must buy a bunch of debt.
But won't this go up too? Interest? Won't they tack on 8% every year?
Yeah, they're allowed to collect judgment.
Yeah, they do. It's 8% a year, and it's been 6 years. Yeah.
Oh, it's so. How do you know it's only 24?
Well, it's 24 plus whatever they've added onto it over the 6 years.
Yeah, there's a lot. That 8% is compounded. Could it be doubled? Yeah, you know, it may not be worth it. Oh my goodness. I'm surprised you never tried to do a bankruptcy or something. You had too much equity at the time.
Well, I did, but oh man, I don't know.
You let it go too far. There's going to be a point where you could lose your home. You know that, right?
No, I don't.
Well, for sure you can, except for the homestead amount. You can lose.
So what do I do?
Well, that's what we got to think of. I want to get Wink and Wink on and ask them. So I want to ask them. I'm not saying bankruptcy is an option, but I need to ask them what strategies you can do. So hold on.
Too much equity.
Yeah, but there must be. I want to know what kind of strategies there are, if any. Maybe none. Okay? More coming up right after this.
Did I write XL? I did not. XL roofing in a minute.
I've always wanted to learn another language, but every time I try,
Up to 38,000.
So I decided to give Babel a
What is
try,
up to
and I
30?
really like the
After 6 years at 8%.
I started using it for Babel, and it starts with simple words and phrases.
As just some, why? She has several $100,000 in her home. Pay off the fucking debt. You owe the money, pay it off.
I agree.
I know that. But I know that. That's right.
You know, if she said, you know, look, I'm living in a trailer.
Yes, I agree.
Medical expenses. I got
No, you're right.
You're right. It was all credit card.
Yeah.
I agree.
Pay off the fucking debt. You owe the money.
I know, but that's not what she was asking.
You know, that's what you tell her. Because it's going to keep getting bigger and bigger.
I know it.
Spanish, French, German, and more.
Is this long or short?
10 to 15 minutes a day.
Long.
10 away, big XL. You good?
Download the Babbel app and start learning.
Man, I won't spend the money on that one brand, that hottie. Holy shit, are those expensive.
Let's talk about Excel Roofing. Hi, Jay. I know you're watching because he's criticizing the way my shop looks with the lamp and the stuff. Anyway, Jay Brett's not only a friend but a good businessman and a great businessman. No matter what the business, it's Excel Roofing as an excellent, EXCEL. Excel Roofing, going strong. He understands the entire roof system. What does that mean? Well, he could just replace a roof, but he also looks to see you have proper ventilation. And then, of course, he has this attic fan that doesn't require any wiring whatsoever. And they put that on there to keep your roof going longer and longer and longer. No wiring, it's solar, it's forever, well, almost forever. It's a great fan, plus a great roof system. And you never pay a cent until you're content. So before you go anywhere else, you know you can depend on Jay Brett's Excel Roofing, a great roofing company. 303-761-6400, 761-6400, and a pretty good owner, excelroofing.com.
Very nice, thank you, sir.
Yeah, her debt's up to 38,000.
That's with no payment, right?
Right.
Because she accrues interest on interest,
I
right?
thought it's 8%. I thought that's what they do.
It's statutory, you know.
I know for my sons on that one, they put on there 8%. Compounded monthly. I believe it's compounded monthly too. I did simple interest.
What should we order?
You order something, I'll eat it.
It's pretty sad all you guys do is eat.
That's not all.
All you can do is takeout, but it's boring. Great weekend flying.
Hey, I'll ask Daft if she's going to go down, turn that on, because I can stop by and turn that on.
On some of the all-time lowest interest rates, you can still buy or refi with Ideal Home Loans safely, remotely, securely, locally owned and owned. I'm consumer advocate Tom Martino, and I don't take my recommendations lightly. Brent Ivinson started Ideal in Colorado just about 20 years ago, and he's more committed than ever to doing loans at the lowest rates and costs in the market because he controls the entire process and loans his own money. As a direct mortgage lender, he has a streamlined process.
Hey, I got a number for you. I want you to call him right away. You ready?
Get started today.
He gave out his cell phone on the air. Mark did 4 or 5 days ago. People on there, I didn't know what they were talking about. Is that Mark's there?
Did they block it?
Who?
Did he take it down?
No. He was saying it while he was up. there.
But did we block it?
I don't know if he blocked it or not, but what's his name from Big Bear told me. He came out to look at my house, and he said, yeah, Mark gave his cell phone out and stuff on his phone.
No sanding and finishing, no hassle. Install it and live on it the same day. You can do it yourself or have them do it for you. Check out their revolutionary products like Pure Genius and the Enhanced collections. You've got 3 decades of experience, and you can find out more at macwoods.com. That's MACwoods.com. And when you get to MacDonald Hardwoods, tell them you heard about it from Mandy Cole. If you suffer with back pain, Downtown's Healthcare is here to serve you. We're a corona-free zone and are taking all precautions to keep it that way. We're staying open to unburdened ERs and urgent care facilities. Call 303-292-9992 for an appointment today.
Tune in to Peace to You from Peace Lutheran Church in Arvada this Sunday. Peace to You brings you encouragement and a fresh, uplifting start to your week. Peace to You comes
Hey, Mark.
every Sunday.
Hey, Dan.
You know this weekend's supposed to be raining.
This report is sponsored
Oh, I
by
don't care. We've got a big one coming up the week after. I got to make sure everything's working. That's really the main reason we're doing this one.
What's the big one?
Memorial Day, we're going up to past Lake up by Fraser. We'll be going, I think Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, back Monday, or maybe Tuesday, I forget.
So many people are
or
crazy.
takeout options from your DQ.
Tom says you're crazy.
Everything will be up open up there, man. It's a big RV park. They said even the swimming pool, the restaurant, although they think it'll be takeout only.
All Mankind, that's Tuesday morning at 7:05 here on 630 KHOW.
GenesisTotalExteriors.com. If you want dependable home improvements from someone honest, forthright, been around for a long time. Kitchens, baths, basements, and everything outside, from siding down to decks, gutters, painting, windows. That's GenesisTotalExteriors.com. 303-679-8509. Are you reading some of the news? First of all, Castle Rock made national news. CNC Cafe or whatever, CNC Coffee and Kitchen. My goodness, they had like 100 people in there. It looked like, and they were open. Yeah, I mean, look, count them. You can see this photo, depending on where you go online to look at this. And these
Tom,
people are all over, yes.
I've been trying to call. The line is busy. When I do get through, they don't answer, and no voicemail set
The
up.
restaurant reopened to in-person dining on Mother's Day, and they took no precautions. There are several people in there, no masks. They're sitting, I mean, goodness.
Not one person had a mask.
Here's the deal. You all know I think the government went too far in the shut-in. They did, but never did I advocate just not doing anything. We needed social distancing. We needed to quarantine people at risk. We need face masks. I think people, now I think what's going to happen, because they were so pent up, it's going to go too far the opposite way. I'm still distancing. I'm still not going to go where they can't keep a distance. And then this cafe is reckless if you look at it. It's reckless. And why are people in there like that? Do they understand? Look, I'm not saying it's the greatest plague that ever hit the earth, but it's pretty serious, and it's not going to go away with habits like this. I go both ways on this when it comes to you didn't have to go too far, but you certainly can't just pretend nothing's going on. Now we look at this other thing. How about this? What is it? The other places. Oh, United Airlines. Look at this one. They said they were going to try to distance. They're not distancing whatsoever. They're filling up planes just like before. Middle seats, everything. Did you know that? Now, it doesn't matter.
And it's worse than that, because that article you're reading, they actually told the guy you can't even get middle seats because we leave them open.
And middle seats are being taken. The entire plane is full. But look at these fools on the plane, all wearing face masks, thinking that they're going to be safe. That only goes so far. All of those seats, all of those people, you're right on top of each other. And why would you do that after we've made this much progress? The other thing, judges all over the country in various courts are basically not siding with the government. When people challenge
the arrests, the shut-ins, the fines, they win. They win. A most recent one is a federal judge put a ban against the governor's ban on in-person church services. Now, by the way, I love the vote for personal freedoms, but I don't think we should have church service like before. I think that's crazy. I mean, I mean, again, I go both ways on this. I think it's great the governor was stopped from banning church services, but at the same time, churches should use their own common sense and do something a little different. I'm hoping we don't just go back to where everyone thinks everything's perfect, because we're going to have another flare-up. We need to, this is where we need common sense. If you don't want another government shut-in, then let's use common sense. Let's prove that we can do distancing and safety and take care of ourselves, right? Go ahead. I got to turn that on, bro. Go ahead.
Has anybody challenged the legality of the governor's ability to void contracts for rent? In other words...
No, not yet. Not that I know of. But everywhere the government's been challenged, they're losing. They have not been upheld on anything yet when it comes to shut-ins.
So nobody's challenged the rent prohibition. That you don't have to pay rent.
No one said you don't have to pay rent. All they said were, what was it, Mark? They're not doing evictions. They never said you don't have to pay rent, ever. There was never any edict saying. I know, in New York, listen, New York likes to pave new ground. New York and Moscow, they like paving new ground. Other than that, most people use common sense. Again, just so you don't think I'm talking out of both sides of my mouth, I, honest to God, thought the shut-in was too much harm, and it didn't do enough good for what we did. We could have done the same thing without going so crazy. But now that it's lifted, we should have never stopped from the very beginning, social distancing, face masks, and safety precautions, ever. We wouldn't have needed it to shut in. But now that the shut-in's over, that doesn't mean everything's normal. I don't even know why do people do that? Why do they have such a short memory when it comes to that stuff? But also making the news. Have you seen where citizens are harassing people who don't have masks on? Oh yeah, they're like really pissed off. You should search on the internet some of these videos of people confronting people without...
They're shaming
right,
them.
Without face masks, saying, how dare you? Again, face masks have been shown for some reason, even though everyone says, oh, they don't help. For some reason, where face masks are used, it does slow down. So it must be doing something. I mean, you hear, again, when it comes to face masks, you'll read they do no good at all. They do no good, yet they did one study and researched contact on a bus where everyone on the bus got it except those who were wearing masks. So I think it has to slow down. It has to slow down transmission if you think about it. Okay, back to the phones. Let's help. Now, Diane, we're going to get Wink and Wink on with you right now. Diane has a lien against her house. She let it go too far. Right now, that $24,000 lien on our calculations at 8% over the last few years is now up to $38,000. It's just going to get more and more and more and more. She's got about $200,000 in equity. How much do you make a year, Diane?
I'm retired.
And how long ago was this judgment put on there?
6 years, almost exactly 6 years.
And it's a 20-year judgment. So, Gigi, when a 20-year judgment, becomes a lien on a home, it's as good as any secured debt?
Yep, it is. Now, the lien should only last about 6 years, but they can revive it. They can put it back on there.
Of course.
That is a question, whether you could get lucky there is a question for a title
No.
company.
They definitely get those things renewed. But
it hasn't been yet, according to Adams County website.
First of all, the judgment, though, Gigi, it's not a 6-year judgment. It's a 20-year judgment. Are you sure the lien has to be renewed?
I believe so. Yeah, I think title-wise, the
Okay.
judgment lien is only good for 6 years.
Okay, now, here's what I want to know. I want to know this.
Yeah.
Is there any strategy under bankruptcy law to any at all? She owes, it's unsecured debt, or it was, $38,000 now with interest.
Yeah.
And she has about $200,000 in equity, right? It's too late?
Yeah, she has way too much equity. So there is no option to strip it off or anything like that.
Not even a 13 would do something?
No, she'd have to pay it all back in a 13.
But it would stop the interest, though.
It would. I mean, she'd pay it all back at wherever it was right now. She'd pay it back over 5 years is the longest you can go. So you're looking at something like $750 a month or so for 5 years to pay that lien back. Whereas, are you planning on selling the property, or are you going to live there a long time? That's the real question.
Yeah.
Diane,
and you can't negotiate because they own it. I mean, they own it.
Right now, if they know what your house is worth and they know how much the judgment is, then no. Why would they negotiate?
Yeah. I've never seen, honestly, I've never seen a judgment lien holder foreclose on a property. That I'm not saying they couldn't, but it is not your typical playbook for a debt collector. Usually they put that lien on as a hopeful
No, I know,
collection
which is
avenue.
funny because they could foreclose and probably get all their money.
Yeah, they could, but they don't. They just don't. They run a playbook, most of these law firms.
And it gets
and
bigger
and
bigger, though. But if this gets bigger and bigger, man, that's going to occur. I mean, eventually it'll be big enough where they might consider, or they could sell it.
Or it'll fall off. It really depends.
If it falls off, though,
if
it falls off, and they have a 20-year judgment, even if it falls off, what would prevent her, them, from putting it right back on again? They have a 20-year judgment.
Got a break soon?
That's right. And I mean, that's the game you're playing. But the simple fact is, if you don't have the money to pay it, you don't have a lot of options with that type of home equity situation.
All right. And by the way, call Wink and Wink whenever you guys are in trouble like this, okay? Call them first. winkandwink.com, 303-410-1720. Call them before you get in trouble. winkandwink.com. Like now, right now with the pandemic, if you people are facing problems, call them. 303-410-1720. They may have a solution out of this before it gets too late, like with Diane. Now, Diane, I want to give a word of caution here, and I got to take this break, but here's what it is. You keep saying, well, I think it's going to drop off. What you don't understand, Diane, is it doesn't make a difference. Even if it drops off, they have a 20-year judgment. They can go and put it right back on again. More coming up.
Clear. Master Router coming up first in about 1 minute.
This is Denver's talk station with Ross Kaminsky in the morning and Dan.
You're doing Master Router, I assume.
Hey Tom, if you're there, your Fuller Law comes up about a minute after Mark's Master Router. Sorry.
Gotcha.
This report is sponsored by Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans.
They might be leaving it on there, Tom, because where else are you going to get 8% interest?
Closure, southbound Highway 85, approaching 136. Looks like it's closed at 144.
I can't believe it's his credit card. I don't know what his credit card.
Open, you have to use an alternate route. Most of the drive across the highways in the metro area in fairly decent shape, though, at this time. No other major problems being reported. The weather forecast. Showers likely throughout the rest of today with a high of 51. Tonight, showers will continue overnight, then turning cloudy in the overnight hours, a low of 43. Right now, overcast skies in Denver and 37. With your impact traffic and weather, I'm Pete Wagner, 630 K-How.
These are challenging times, and Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans has been...
Oh, I'm sorry. It's not compounded monthly, it's compounded annually. 8% compounded annually.
From their home to yours, the team at Rocket Mortgage is with you. Visit rocketmortgage.com.
All right, Master Router Plumbing, these are the guys. They have 24/7 emergency service. On top of that, their service is impeccable, and their pricing is unbelievable. A plumber with good pricing is unheard of. Any plumbing needs you need whatsoever, including the simple stuff like maybe just a garbage disposal installed or a new toilet, all the way up to full-blown sewer line replacement.
You got your full law coming up about a minute.
And okay.
All right.
And it's a specialty of Dr. Deanna Snitzer. Kevin Russell of Arvada heard about Pinhole on the radio.
Where are you going?
Scheduled a free consultation with her.
First, I talked with a coworker who'd gone through painful cutting and grafting for his receding gums. I wanted no part of that. With the pinhole procedure, there is no cutting, just a tiny pinhole in the gum.
Yeah,
and then the gum is
jeez.
moved into proper position. Dr. Snitzer explained
District,
the process.
20 years. She was given some bad advice. I'm sure she thought everything would be free and clear after 6.
I fell asleep in the dentist chair. That's how much pain there was. I was also surprised when Dr. Snitzer actually came in to see me on her day off. I'd never heard of a dentist doing that. She's in a league of her own.
If your gums are receding,
All right, 10 seconds, a little offshore. Here we go.
989-6500 for a free consultation. That's 303-989-6500 or visit lasergum.info.
Let's talk about personal injury and John Fuller. You can call him for information as soon as you're injured. We don't hope you need him, but if you do, he'll be the first to tell you and he'll fight for you. And then only get paid if he collects for you. So there's no downside to calling John Fuller. Don't get your advice from a brother-in-law, a neighbor, or a second cousin. Go straight to a legal source, John Fuller. PersonalInjuryCO.com is the website. His number is 303-597-4500, 597-4500.
Hi, it's Lynn.
All right, you're clear.
For Brothers, are you frittering away your weekends with odd jobs? Reclaim your days off. Brothers is on the job. We'll get your home's AC up and running after a long winter's nap. Put a nip in that drip, drip, drip with plumbing repairs. And make summer nights magical with lighting ideas for our professional electricians.
Call 303-451-5057. Brothers Plumbing, Heating, and Electric.
Online at brothersplumbing.com.
New, beautiful kitchen countertops in just 2 weeks. Yes, from the art of granite, start to finish, quartz, granite, or other stone and solid surface materials, 2 weeks. And remember, the bathroom is always free when you get your kitchen done, along with free tear out and haul away. TheArtOfGranite.com. A direct stone importer, wholesale for all materials. Call today, 303-386-5919. You can even get estimates on the phone, 303-386-5919. TheArtOfGranite.com.
Rates are like a roller coaster lately. Are you concerned about the future and how to protect your home? Do you want to become mortgage safe? Take AIM, Affordable Interest Mortgage. With home values still at their highest level ever and rates at historic lows, now may be the best time to be prepared if the economy changes. Last time many of our friends lost their
Hello, hello, hello.
Yeah.
It looks like Daphne got those computers on, or got one of them on.
Oh, okay.
Without having to borrow the money now. We can show you how.
I would like if you would swing by the ER for me, though, and let me know how the COVID situation is.
Yeah.
720-895-0500. That's 720-895-0500.
I wonder how the build-out is going.
Since 2001, our reputation.
Yeah, Daph sent some pictures, or Suzanne had some pictures when she went.
Oh, when did she go?
About a week ago. The entire first floor is like one big fucking room now. Like our office, the office next to us, everything is completely open.
There's no hallway down to Troubleshooter Network. There's no mail room now. It's all one big open space.
Where's she talking about?
The first floor, but the lobby's still there, right?
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, and Smitty's desk is there, but all the stuff that was where the mail was in the prize room, that's all gone.
Okay. How about like where the workout room was and stuff?
They had it all cleaned out.
Okay, but it's still a room.
It didn't look like it was good. I don't know what they're doing with that. They were doing something to it.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
So, and then you have to go through a door if you want to go get coffee. You know how you could walk through the newsroom to go get coffee?
Right.
There's a wall now.
Is there snacks still there?
Daniel, I don't know if there's
I wonder, that's funny. I bet they got rid of the snack.
Man, Tom's not going to be very happy.
He's used to eating.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. Frankie is the man to call for a free market analysis of your home. He's moving homes. He's
I shouldn't say back in business. He never stopped. He's been showing homes virtually, closing virtually. In fact, he's been moving homes just like he always has, and he can do it safely and healthy for you. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com, 303-920-1622. Back to the phones. Roger, you have a question or comment on loaning and borrowing? Go ahead, Roger.
Sorry, he just dropped off.
Okay, so that means we have open lines. You can get right through 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. So,
Tom?
Yes.
You know, it's sad for our little team here that Jerry Stiller from Seinfeld passed away.
Now, why is it sad? Because of all of our Seinfeld fans?
Yeah,
you mean?
we
I
love
know.
Seinfeld.
I know, and he's still going to be...
Festivus will never be the same.
For the rest of us. Never. So Stiller has been around for years and years and years.
He was 92.
Yeah.
What a talented family. Look at his kid, too. Ben has knocked it out of the park.
Right. So what are you hearing from people getting back out into the neighborhoods? Restaurants are still closed. When are they going to reopen?
Except the one in Castle Rock.
No, I mean in Denver, I should have said. When are restaurants and when are they going to open in Denver? Does anyone know? I believe it's the 15th, right? Denver restaurants. Anyway, and I should say technically they're still open doing takeout. Have you done a lot of takeout? I have. I've done a ton of takeout.
I haven't. There's lines everywhere when you go to wait to pick it up.
I've not encountered any lines. You know who does a bang-up job, a great bang-up job? The reason I say bang up because Bang Bang Shrimp is now I can't. The Bonefish Grill. They're good. They're doing a fabulous job. There's another place on University called Bright Martin, and then there's a bakery, Kathleen's, I believe, bakery, right across from them. Those two little local restaurants for Bonnie Bray, and then you have some other people doing a great job. The barbecue place, Famous Dave's. You drive up. You don't have to get out of your car. Oh,
we've done that one a lot.
Oh, man, they do a good job. Olive Garden has it down. I was pissed at Olive Garden at first, but no way. It was like it was my fault. I had
Maggiano's.
You got to watch.
Good.
Oh, did you do drive up with Maggiano's?
A couple times.
And I love the drive-up one. They come up with an iPad at Olive Garden. They say, "What's your name?" Boom. And then they say, "Okay, park in that slot number." And they come out. And, I mean, it's just very cool. And it doesn't matter how busy it is. You order it, and you just show up right around the time yours is going to be ready anyway. I have found zero hassle with takeouts. Now, I live in an alternate universe yesterday. I was in an alternate universe where Chick-fil-A got not yesterday, it was the day before. They're not open
because they're closed on Sunday.
So Saturday, I went to there Saturday. They got everything wrong. I couldn't have been more wrong. And then we stopped at a McDonald's later, and they got everything right. I said, "Oh no, what does this mean?"
That's strange for Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, it is. They got everything wrong.
And
Absolutely
I was talking
everything.
about our lines. These are local, little, family-owned restaurants that are in our neighborhood. And I think that the community has just supported them so much that there's just everybody waiting, probably 25 people for our little Mexican restaurant, La Fogata.
Yes.
Wonderful to see.
My son's apartment building is going to have a food truck outside. Each day a different food truck is going to be outside so they can do that with... and the thing I was amazed at when I was driving yesterday, the longest line at takeout was at Popeyes.
Really? Huh. I like the curbside better than going into the restaurant. Curbside, there have been a lot of, they got it down. I mean, a lot of these people have it down. If you have a great experience with takeout, let us know. Mark said Maggiano's does a great job. We know Famous Dave's does a great job. Olive Garden does a great job. What are some of the other ones? If you have any, let us know. I love the no hassles of these things. I think what do you think? Do you think a lot of people will still do takeout? Now, I never used to do takeout. Now that I've experienced it, I like it. I mean, I like going to restaurants too. But it would be cool, though, with the kids, just do takeout in the future because it's such a hassle waiting and all of that. Now, I'm not sure once the restaurants are open, they're going to have it down they're not going to have curbside for sure. So you're going to have to go in and do it. But I'd like to know your experiences with takeout or curbside or however you want to say it. Steve, you want to talk about stimulus? Go ahead, Steve. Welcome.
Yes, sir. Is it figured like it's your income? Is it figured on your total taxable income or on your
adjusted? Adjusted gross.
Because my total was my total was 89, but my taxable was 75. So it would be figured on the 75?
Yeah, your adjusted gross income. Yes, your taxable income. Right. That's what it's figured on.
Okay, thank you, Tom.
Sure. And Gary, you have a comment on CNC restaurant or CNC coffee in Castle Rock? What is it?
Oh, yeah. Hey, Tom.
Hey.
One thing I wanted to correct you on, I work for the IRS, and taxable income is different than adjusted gross income.
Oh, well, what I meant to say was taxable income. What's the difference?
Well, no,
thought, wait a minute.
No.
Is it adjusted gross or taxable? It's adjusted. I thought they're the same. What's different? Tell me what's different about adjusted gross. I thought you adjust your gross to find your taxable, don't you? That's what I thought. Tell me the difference.
Let me explain it.
Yeah.
The stimulus payment is going to be on adjustable gross income.
Okay.
All you need to do is Google it, and you'll find that out. Now, the difference between adjustable gross income and taxable income are your deductions. Standard deduction, like it's $24,000 for married people, so that's a significant difference.
So adjusted gross and net income is what you're talking about, right? And the taxable income is based on your adjusted gross, right?
He asked about
minus your deductions. Minus your deductions.
Yeah, but he didn't ask about net income. He asked about taxable income.
Right. And taxable income, you're saying, is not adjusted gross. See, because adjusted gross is equal to your gross income with your adjustments. And then these adjustments to your gross income I'm reading this, specific expenses. Now you're saying you take your adjusted gross to find your taxable, and you subtract deductions.
Yeah, like your standard.
Right,
I
got you. Yeah, thank you for the clarification. So really, it's based on adjusted gross income, and they don't, because deductions like for kids and stuff, they're not going to penalize you for that, or they're not going to, you're not going to get that if you have a bunch of kids. You're still going to get the check, is what I'm saying, and you lower your adjusted gross with deductions, and that's what you come up with taxable. And then I think taxable and net are the same, right? Net income and taxable income. See, I don't know these actual terms, but I do know that the IRS does, and that's what counts. So gross income versus adjusted income versus taxable income. There's 3 tiers here. You're not eligible on gross. You're eligible, they say, on your adjusted gross. We have more coming up.
Clear? You got your Century RV coming up. I'll give you a 30-second heads up, though.
This report is sponsored by Rocket Mortgage.
You don't know those terms either, do you?
I knew it was on adjustable gross, but I was thinking that was on taxable. But he said, I thought personal deductions would have been part of adjusted gross, but apparently not.
Police are on the scene. Avoid the area for now. The big traffic story.
Like for yourself.
So adjusted gross income versus.
I'd have to get the form out and just see how it reads down.
Versus taxable income.
No estimated time when it will be over.
The result, it says, you take your
some showers throughout the rest of today with a high near 51.
I thought the only thing
Less itemized deductions.
Right, itemized, but I thought personal would be part of the adjusted gross, but apparently he said no.
They don't care about your personal adjust. They don't care about your itemized deductions.
Right, not itemized. I mean for you and your kids. I thought that would have been taken out of it.
No.
Visit rocketmortgage.com.
Because you're getting money for kids.
30 seconds to your Century RV short.
You want. They have everything. And here's the kicker. It's all pre-finished. No sanding and finishing. No hassle. Install it and live on it the same day. You can even do it yourself or have them do it for you. Check out their revolutionary products like Pure Genius and the Enhanced collections. You've got free deck
10 seconds, Century RV short, here we go.
at macwoods.com. That's MACwoods.com. And when you get to MacDonald Hardwoods, tell them you heard about it from Mandy Connell.
So if you're looking for an RV, yeah, RVs are still going strong. Mark's taking his RV out for the first time in a little while, and he got his at Century RV. You can too. You know, people come from all over the country to buy a Century RV. They're in our backyard. They are on the I-25 and 240 exit on that frontage road, or they're out west of the city, just north of 6th Avenue between Kipling and Sims. They have a giant showroom there, 303-453-1111, CenturyRV.com.
Don't miss out.
All right, you're clear.
Lowest interest rates.
Okay, so like your 401k would be part of the adjusted gross income.
Consumer advocate Tom Martino.
You take if you put any money you put in your 401k or IRA,
Comes off your
comes off your gross.
IRS adjustments, that's right.
Committed than ever to do loans at the lowest rates.
Student loan interest, alimony payments.
The entire process and loans his own money. As a direct mortgage lender, he has a streamlined process that can be done entirely online and on the phone. Get started today at 303-867-7000 or idealhomeloans.com. Brent urges you to shop for your loan. He simply wants a shot at your business because he knows he can make you a better deal. And all it takes on your part.
How does that work for an LLC then?
77000. Everything to gain.
You don't take out, you're adjusted as part of the
It's a disregarded entity. LLCs for you are disregarded. You don't do a separate tax return, do you?
No.
It's like a sub S. It just goes right straight to you. So the income would be whatever your income is. Well, however you do it on
Even
your taxes.
though there's a lot of expenses to that, right?
Yeah, but they're not adjustments, they're expenses.
Okay. So would it be better to get paid by a W-2 then from your LLC or no?
Not for you. It's too much in HR. You have to pay too much of it.
Gotcha.
It's ridiculous.
Gotcha.
At a certain level you do. I have a W-2 because of retirement plans. But you don't want to do that unless you have a lot of really big deductions, adjustments.
Which I don't.
Let's for a little while give them 20% off our regular retail price. It'll be one of the best offers we've ever made.
All right, Todd. Consider it done. Kitchens, baths.
But they should allow you to take off at least your FICA, wouldn't they? Apparently not.
You know, when you do taxes?
Well, like say for the adjusted gross, I mean, because FICA, if you're at an LLC, you're paying double FICA.
Yeah. But I thought it's just bottom line. After all your deductions, that's what you pay taxes on.
But you pay taxes on, that's not what the stimulus is based on. Though.
Really, what's it based on?
The adjusted gross, which is just like takes out. It says educator percent there, student loan interest, alimony, and IRA or 401k money.
So now's the time for tax help you need, for tax help you trust. Call Optima now for a free consultation. Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
iHeartMedia knows small businesses across the country are facing new challenges during the COVID-19 pandemic. So to help, we put together the iHeartRadio Small Business Crisis Resource, which has critical information.